So today we're doing something a little different. You know, we're taking a little break of the ASMRs because y'all are not a big fan of the ASMRs, and I can see why. You know, they're different, they're weird, they're a little sus. So we're taking a little break of it. Just a little. We're gonna get back to it real soon, alright? Don't you worry. But today we're looking at the subreddit Unpopular Opinions. Now, I'm pretty sure we all have unpopular opinions about anything. Like, for instance, you guys might think my background sucks. I mean, to be honest, I think my background is pretty good. I mean, you got a whole thing of diapers, you know? You never know if you need a diaper. You never know, you might need a diaper. You got a chair right here, extra chair. Maybe someone's gonna pull up during the recording and then they need to sit down. It's called being courteous, alright? We got a tripod right there, you know, in the box. I think this is a pretty good background, but some of y'all might hate it. And if you hate this amazing background, you're just a hater. But I guess I'll say that my hot take or unpopular opinion is that Raising Cane's is overrated. I heard a bunch of people say that the chicken's amazing, the cane sauce is top tier, which, I ain't gonna lie, that cane sauce hits different. But anyways, I went there with my girlfriend. We waited there for like at least a half hour. The line was so long, and we got our food, and I ate it. I was like, really? Y'all were overhyping this? I mean, don't get me wrong, the toast was good, right? The cane sauce was good. The chicken was mid. You know, I don't know, man. To me, it just wasn't worth it. I think I would rather go to Chick-fil-A any day than Raising Cane's. Anyways, let's get into this subreddit. Alright, this is the first one we got. Not drying yourself off in the shower should be frowned upon. I don't want to step into the bathroom and have my socks soaked. Is it hard to place a towel where you can grab it from inside of the shower? Dry yourself as best as you can inside the area that's supposed to be wet. It's not rocket science. Now, to me, I think this is stupid. Like, do you guys not have like a bathroom mat? Does that not exist? Because when I take a shower, right? You know, I'm done washing myself. I step out of the shower on a bathroom mat, a shower mat, whatever it's called. I grab the towel, dry myself on that said mat, and then put the towel back, and I change my clothes. I put clothes on. And whenever I do that, I look in the ground, it's dry. So, I don't know, maybe this person should invest into like a bathroom mat, because that's a pretty easy solution. I don't know anybody who dries in the shower, because the shower is wet already. Like, if you're, how are you gonna dry your feet? You know what I'm saying? If the floor is wet, how are you gonna dry your feet? That makes no sense. This one's wild. This one is actually insane to me. The most comfortable clothing to sleep in is stiff jeans. I'm sorry, but if you like sleeping in jeans, you're a psychopath. You should be on the FBI's list, like the first person on their list, because that's disgusting. Jeans, I don't even own jeans. I don't even wear jeans. They're that uncomfy. Anyways, my favorite thing to do after a long day is to just take a shower, dry off, and put on a crisp pair of stiff jeans to go to sleep in. I just love the way they feel, kind of like a weighted blanket. I guess I can't really con this guy too hard. I haven't tried it before, but to me it sounds insane. It sounds mad uncomfy, alright? I think this one might be actually a hot take. Eating out at a restaurant is not an enjoyable experience. I mean, I don't know. To me, I guess it depends on the restaurant, but I find eating at a restaurant pretty enjoyable. You know, it's pretty chill. People always think I'm weird when I tell them what I think about restaurants. They think it's the best way imaginable to spend your time. I mean, I'll admit that one. It's not. I wouldn't say it's the best way to spend your time, but hey, that's just me. I understand the reason why people eat at restaurants for the convenience of not having to cook and clean, to hang out with friends, experience new foods and such. But overall, it just sucks, and here's why. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you want to do any of this stuff, like experience new food, hang out with friends, you don't have to cook and clean, just do fast food. I mean, if you're going to complain about a restaurant, because these restaurants take longer, just do fast food or order on DoorDash. I mean, or pick up the food. You can even do that. Yeah, firstly, it's too time consuming. I just said just do DoorDash. Just, I don't know, do fast food. You need to find a place that makes what you want to eat. If you live near a big city, it's usually not a problem, but in smaller towns, the selection can be limited. I guess that's a skill issue. And if you have dietary preferences or allergies, it's harder. Once again, that is a skill issue. Find a place that suits your needs. Then you need to get dressed. That's cap. That, no. I mean, I guess it depends on what restaurant you go to, but I mean, I guess I would even say I went to somewhat fancier restaurants and I pull up in a hoodie and sweatpants, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have never got kicked out from a restaurant from them being like, you're not dressing good enough, you know what I'm saying? So, no, cap. Maybe wait to be seated. I mean, that's the case, just make a reservation. Read the menu. What? Wait for your order. By now, an hour has passed since you left your house and you still haven't started eating. Honestly, I want to keep reading, but this is just stupid. They're complaining about the whole experience of restaurants, and some of it is really easy to, I guess, bypass, you know? If you're complaining that you might be seated and, like, you know, you might need to wait because the restaurant's too full, make a reservation. Boom. If you're complaining that you have allergies and, like, preferences, don't have allergies. It's as simple as that. You're complaining about reading the menu. Even reading the menu? Are you serious? Like, this is not a hot take. This is just them complaining about the whole restaurant experience. So, hey, moving on. I think this one is really, really interesting because this is I guess a topic that I've been talking about a lot. Not on YouTube, obviously. Being married to your high school sweetheart isn't romantic or endearing. It's actually kind of sad. I think it's kind of sad that people have opinions like this. Because we're gonna read it. I think this whole thing is sad to have an opinion about. I'm probably alone here. You are. But I just can't bring myself to think couples who have been together since high school are sweet or inspirational. Getting married young limits your experience as an individual to exposure of different perspectives and relationships. With this whole thing, I'll admit that getting young, future Eric here, for some sort of reason, I messed this up a lot because I didn't say it right. I kept on saying getting young. I meant to say it's dumb to get married when you're young. Because me personally, I think it's dumb to get married when you're like 18, 19, 20, 21, maybe 22, I don't know, I guess 22, 23, 24, like, they're kind of pushing it, they're kind of okay, but this might be a hot take, me personally, I think marriage is kind of stupid. I guess that definitely is a hot take. It just, to me at least, I guess I'll go into this hot take, is that we have marriage as, like, set as a really high standard, a very weird standard. Because at least some things that I see is like when people get married, like right before they're like, oh, now you're officially locked in. Oh, now you can't like leave. You can't do anything else. Like this is now your partner forever. I think that's stupid. I think it's like when you're dating someone, technically you're not fully committed to them until you marry them. I think that makes no sense to me. I don't know. I feel like if you're dating someone, you should still be 100% committed. 100% like, yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of your life with you. But then when you get married, it's like, no, that's how it's supposed to actually be. I don't know. I think it's stupid. Moving on. You never were given the chance to develop your own identity that could lead to potential challenges and personal growth and self-discovery by staying inside of the only box you've known. You're likely going to miss out on opportunities for personal and professional growth that come from exploring different paths. To me, I think this is so stupid. Like, let's say you dated someone since like freshman year or sophomore year of high school, and you're like, I don't know, 25 years old now, and you're still, maybe still dating, maybe you're married, and let's say you want to end your marriage or you want to break up because you want to experience other things, you know, you want to be like, hey, I only been with you, and like, I ain't gonna lie, you don't got a yacht, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna find someone else who has a yacht so I can experience that yacht and get that personal growth. You know, I feel like that's so stupid. I think that is. I think if you love someone, right, and if they love you back, and you've been together since high school, since even before that, and they are your first and only committed relationship, and you're want to end all of that because you want to get more experience. I don't think that's even a good valid reason to break up. I think that's stupid. So I don't know, that's my opinion on that. You guys want to put your opinions down in the comments. But yeah, I think it's stupid. I think if you're like, hey, there's like 4 other billion girls or guys in the world, you know, I want to experience with them. I want to see if maybe they're gonna bring out the best of me than you do. I don't know, man. Shoe culture is stupid. As a person who might have a lot of shoes, I'm not going to tell you how many shoes I have, but just know it might be a lot. If you're spending $300, $400, or $500 on a pair of shoes because they have the name of a basketball player in them, I'm just going to assume that you're stupid. I'm going to disclose something. I have never spent $400 or $500 on a pair of shoes, alright? So I'm gonna say, they're literally just sneakers, they're not special, they don't make you better at basketball just because they use Michael Jordan's name. Now I'll admit, whenever I was younger and I saw people have like a bunch of shoes or have like, you know, spend a bunch of money on one pair of shoes, I thought it was stupid. I did, you know, I thought it was really dumb. Then eventually I got into it, and I was like, okay, I kind of see the vision, I kind of do. Now obviously with this post, this person obviously does not know about shoe culture or like the sneaker world, because I mean, he said like, you know, it won't make you a better basketball player because it has Michael Jordan's name on it. Nobody plays basketball in Jordans. Let's be real here. Nobody does. Like retro Jordans, no. So at least to me, when it comes to like people having collections or, you know, hobbies, I guess I'll even say, I think it's easy for an outsider to like, you know, comment on that and like be like, hey, what you're doing is dumb. Like, you know, you're spending all this money on this, that's stupid. But then it's like on the inside, you don't know. Like for instance, people who have a million different colors of Stanley cups. You can say that's stupid, but some people just like that. People who collect Pokemon cards, people who collect Magic the Gathering cards, people who have like those anime figures or those Funko Pops things called, I don't know. People have like a bunch of walls of those. Obviously from the outside, you're gonna be like, hey, that's stupid. But from the inside, you're like, well, it makes me happy. I enjoy collecting it. I enjoy buying it. So I don't know. I just feel like most people have like that certain item, that certain thing that they can just spend a bunch of money on it. They don't care, and it makes them happy. So I don't know, man. That's why I try hard not to judge people's hobbies and interests, like when they, you know, try to buy a bunch of stuff and collect them. I don't know. I try not to judge that much, even though I still do. I still judge the Stanley Cups because Stanleys are supposed to be sustainable, but you buy 20 of them. How is that sustainable? Now, this is the last one we're going to do because this one is a super hot heated take, alright? Seafood is absolutely disgusting, overhyped, and overall a disgrace to the term food. Honestly, shame on that guy. Shame on the person who wrote this, because seafood is the greatest form of food of all time. My favorite food of all time is lobster tails, alright? Lobster. Lobster is amazing, alright? If you never had lobster, you haven't experienced life yet. I have had many types of seafood so far. Lobster, shrimp, crayfish, lobsters, multiple types of fish, oysters, just vile. Not to mention, crustaceans? I don't know what it is. For example, it's like you have a huge insect carcass on your plate. Like, sure, a chicken can be served as a whole thing, but when I see a crab on a platter, I just feel like I'm looking at a huge dead underwater spider about to be eaten. You know, that is fair. I'll admit that, you know, crabs do look like giant underwater spiders, but hey, they're good. I mean, bro, have you never got like crab legs and started like cracking those legs and eating that meat? That's a whole experience that everybody should definitely experience. Okay? You know, dumping it some butter, some hot butter, then that's a top tier experience, bro. The foods listed above, I had them in expensive, cheap, and mid restaurants, and honestly, they're all nasty, regardless of the fact that they are seasoned, sauced, whatever. I've always seen the hype about seafood on TikTok and other social media, and not gonna lie, they look good, but texture, the taste, and the overall experience of eating them, it just disgusts me. And oysters, God, I tried it at an expensive, highly rated restaurant, and I've only had to try one, and ran to the restroom gagging, nearly throwing up in my hands. The taste was horrible, the texture was traumatizing. As far as I can describe it, it's like slurping a big ball of fishy snot out of a fishy butt shell. Nice. All I gotta say is I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't experience the other side of life, which is seafood. Okay? Crab. Amazing. Shrimp. Amazing. I don't think I ever had oysters. I may have, but they might be good. Clam chowder. I think clam chowder is seafood, right? I mean, it has clam in it. Clam chowder is a god tier food soup thing, okay? And of course, lobster. Lobster is something that came out of heaven. All right, it really is, bro. It's that good, okay? It really is. Put in the comments if you guys love seafood, because I mean, obviously, you guys know I do. I've been yapping a bunch about seafood. Now, I know I said that was the last one, but I don't know. The subreddit, I get into like a little rabbit hole. I literally love this subreddit. There's just so many weird, unpopular opinions that I'm so interested in. So, this is the last one, okay? I promise. Having a big butt isn't what it's made out to be. Obviously, this person got a yacht. So, lay it down. We want to know the whole yacht experience, alright? Women always talking about wanting a bigger butt and thicker thighs, but what they don't tell you is how hard it is to get in and out of pants. The tragedy. How hard it is to find your size and things, and even wiping your own butt. That just sounds gross. So, wait, so you're telling me this person low-key admitted it, that sometimes whenever they wipe their butt, right, they have a hard time. So sometimes you might have left some poop in there. You might have, like, left some poop in there. You thought you didn't. You pulled the pants up. You struggled to pull the pants up, and then you felt something like slimy down there, and you're like, what the? You pull your pants down. You struggled to pull your pants down, and then you're like, oh, frick! There's a bunch of poop in your panties. I mean, hey, you low-key admitted that, but I always have to jump to get into jeans. Acrocrumby, I don't know what it means, and Fitch believes I'm a size XL and feel like I have to spread my cheeks wide open just to get a little bit of toilet paper. Oh my god, that sounds disgusting. And there, it takes an eternity and a bunch of toilet paper to completely wipe myself up. It boggles my mind that people will get surgeries for this. That, ew. I'm confused here. I'm confused. Is it your butt's too big, or you're just pooping too much? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, this is gonna sound gross, but when you have like those poops that just get everywhere, just like, and like, I mean, maybe because your yacht have, I guess, too much surface area, like it gets all over your yacht, so you gotta, like, Alright, anyways, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was Unpopular Opinions. I personally love the subreddit. I think it has some really interesting stuff, some funny stuff, Let me guys know you want more of this. I'm waiting. Put in the comments. Right now. Don't be shy. I know some of y'all just lurkers. Some of you just watch the videos. No, don't say nothing. Alright, see you guys next time.